hope you are great. Today we are going to revise Unit 1, Lesson 3, Chemistry of Life. What's meant by an element? Element is a substance that cannot be broken down into simpler molecules, simpler substance. What's meant by molecules? Molecules is a group of atoms held together by chemical bonds. Atoms held by another atom and so on. This is a molecules. What's meant by compound is a substance made up of atoms or of two or more elements joined by chemical bond, like oxygen O2, O bonded with another O2 element, so this is a compound. H2O, two hydrogen and oxygen, so this is a compound. Look, this is a compound that's present inside the cell. What are some important type of molecules in the cell? We have three types, which is this three type, the very important in the cell. This is three types of molecules: lipids, proteins, and carbohydrates. Lipids, it's in fat molecules or molecule that has similar properties. Lipids do not mix with water. They have many jobs in the cell, such as storing energy. So lipid is a fat molecule. What is the importance of the fat molecules or lipids? As the lipids and fat used to store energy, that we use it or that organism can use when they need. Lipids like what? Like olive oil or fish. Another molecules, which is proteins. Proteins is a molecules made up of smaller molecules called amino acids. As a proteins like meat made up of smaller molecules called amino. This is amino acid. This is the one called amino acids. So proteins made up of smaller molecules called amino acids. What is the importance of protein? A protein used to build and repair our body structure. Carbohydrates are molecules that include sugars, starch, and fibers. Also carbohydrate like lipids, we use it as for energy and energy storage, to store energy. We have two types. Sorry. We have two types of carbohydrate: simple carbohydrate, which like a table sugar are made up of only one or few sugar linked together, and complex carbohydrate made up of many sugars linked together, like complex like starch and pasta, while simple like a table sugar. What are some important types of molecule in the cell? We have another important type of another molecule which is important in the cell. Nucleic acids are molecules that carry information in the cell. Nucleic acids are made up of the smaller molecules called the nucleotides. DNA is a nucleic acid. DNA is a ribonucleic acid. Nucleic acids. So DNA is a nucleic acid that carry information the cell needs to make other molecules such as proteins. Another molecules which is important in the cell: phospholipids. Phospholipids is a lipid that contain phosphorus. Phospholipids, lipids that contain phosphorus. And phospholipids make a cell membrane. You know cell membrane? The cell membrane in the outer layer of the cell. This layer made up of what? Made up of phospholipid. Lipid that contain phosphorus called phospholipid. The phospholipid, this is structure for phospholipid. Look, consists of head and tail. Head and tail like this. Head and tail. Head attract to the water, while tail repel water. Head of the phospholipid molecule is attract to the water, while tail repel it or push it away. And first one is a group of atoms that held together by chemical bonds. Group molecule. Most molecules found in cell are compounds. Most molecules found inside the cell are compounds. Is a substance made up of atoms of two or more elements joined by chemical bonds. Form two or more elements joined by chemical bonds. Molecule. Molecule. Compound. Compound made of two or more elements joined by chemical bonds. Compound. Compound. Look here. This is where is compound? Compound. Substance made up of two or more elements joined by chemical bond. Like this. This is a compound. Is a molecule made up of smaller molecules called amino acids. Made up of smaller molecules called amino acids. Proteins. The fat molecule that store energy. Fat molecules. So lipids. A. C. Are molecules that include sugar, starch, and fibers. Carbohydrates. Are made of one or few sugar linked together. One or few sugar linked together. One simple. Are contain many sugars molecules linked together. Many sugars. Complex. A cell membrane is made of phospholipids. Phospholipid what molecule are atom? Phospholipid molecules. The what of phospholipids molecules attract to the water. Attract which part in the phospholipid attract to the water? Had the what of the phospholipids molecules repel water. Tail. While the tail so this is a phospholipid molecules. Head attract to the water while tail repel. Tail repel. Help protect the cell membrane. Is a nucleic acid that carries information the cell need to make their other molecules. Nucleic acid is a nucleic acid that carry all information about the cell and cell process, like which is DNA. Lipids that contain phosphorus. Lipids contain phospholipid. Draw an arrow to show which way the water moves by osmosis. So from the high to the low, from high concentration to the low, from high to the low. So here we have a movement of water, 75 here and 80%, 75% and 80%. So the water move from outside the cell to the inside, from high to the low. Here 40 and here 90. So from 90 to the 40. Here 50 and equal, which is equal. Here 90 here, and also here 63 here. So from inside to outside. In function in the cell, lipids. What is important of lipids? Store energy. Proteins build and repair body structure. Carbohydrates, energy and energy storage, or store energy. Protein build body structure, build and repair our body structure. That's it. Thanks for watching.